I listened to episode 160 of the Cult of Pedagogy Podcast, which was called Fire Up Your Students with a Campaign Project. The guest on this podcast was a primary school teacher named Jane Currell, and this episode took place on December 6, 2020. During this podcast, Currell talked about a successful project she implemented in the classroom. She had students complete a campaign project for a made-up place called Alchemy Island. To do this, she had the students complete a series of activities that involved campaigning for why deforestation should stop on the island. More specifically, she had students work on their writing and persuasion skills. A campaign project is an excellent way to engage students of all ages in a meaningful and relevant project. While her project was focused on teaching writing skills, a campaign project could be used in a variety of settings if teachers are creative. They can be used in a wide range of classes and grades. The project discussed in this podcast applies to Human Rights Article number 20. This article states that everyone has the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association, and that no one may be compelled to belong to an association. While a campaign project in the classroom may focus on teaching specific concepts, it also teaches students that they have the right to peacefully campaign and have a voice. They can use technology and their knowledge to stand up for what they believe in. There were many educational and technology tips provided in this podcast. Most of the tips pertain to the campaign project. However, many of the tips could be applied to other lessons, activities, or projects. One technology tip for grades K through 3 is for teachers to use technology resources to get students hooked on a topic. Obviously, Currell talks about this in terms of the campaign project. However, this tip can be used for other classroom activities as well. Teachers can use online resources such as videos and pictures to draw students into the project or material. For example, these resources may include YouTube and Google Images. Let's say we use her topic of deforestation. Go to youtube.com and search for deforestation or any topic of your choosing. You'll find dozens of videos about your topic. The process is the same with Google Images. Type your topic into Google and click on Images. Hundreds of images will pop up for teachers to use. These pictures and videos can easily be imported into presentation software or other classroom tools for you to show your students. For example, in Google Slides, you can import pictures and videos using the Insert tab. Using technology to hook students into a project could be a tip for grades 4 through 12 for certain activities. However, in terms of the campaign project, Currell says it's beneficial for older students to do their own research on a topic they are passionate about. A technology tip for grades 4 through 12 is to allow students to choose their own technological method for expressing their work. Again, this applies to both the campaign project as well as other projects. Currell talked extensively about the importance of letting students be independent in certain aspects of the project. Letting students choose their mode of expression is a way to do this. By letting students choose the tool, they can pick the one that best completes their vision. There are many online tools out there that allow students many different ways to be creative when completing projects. For example, one tool available to students is called Canva. This tool allows students to make posters, presentations, social media posts, videos, infographics, brochures, flyers, and more. Once students make an account, they can click on whatever they want to design. For this, I clicked on Poster. Students can start from scratch or use a template. They can begin designing their project using the tabs on the left. In addition to these age-specific tips, there are other tips Currell offered as well that apply to all grade levels. First, teachers can look online for real scenarios of various topics learned in the classroom. This would engage students because their projects would interest them. In addition, they would see that their work is relevant in the world. This would utilize the internet and various web resources. Second, students should present their work to the class and use their voice. It's important for students to learn to speak up for what they believe in. Presenting their ideas to the class helps with this. In addition, students can learn content and different styles of expression from each other. Using technology to present may be easier for older students. However, students of all ages should present to the class in some fashion. Finally, teachers should find a way to portray and share student work with others in the school or community. A blog would be an excellent tool for teachers to share student work. This would encourage students to use their voice and work hard on projects. There were many useful tips and project ideas within this podcast. I would be interested to listen to more podcasts just like this one.